involved, but she has to include herself. I'm learning that as a mom. Like everybody else good, but you also have to put yourself on the list of things to check off the list as well. Emily right into the body of Amor.
She's battling right now with Iriafin.
She should take right to the basket and try to get her another foul in there, and she was isolated.
Engsler hounding Citron, 5 to shoot, skip pass. Ball up, ball in, 4-3.
And that pass is going to be there. They are loading up on the strong side defensively again, of locating that skip pass to the foul line extended wing.
Washington, they held Portland to just 1 of 7 from the floor over the final 4:49 of that second quarter that allowed them to get a little bit closer.
It was a 19 to 18.
Nice drive from Engsler.
Yeah, 19 to 18. That first half, 28 to 13, explosion of offense by Portland.
Ball movement, Iriafin backing down, Engsler too strong.
She got that disrupt her footwork there. I think she had Engsler where she wanted her with that seal.
Late over to Barker, good closeout. Engsler from the wing, off the mark. Austin running the floor again. Austin, no! Oh my! And tapped out of play by Late.
She could hear those feet by Emily. Feet up right to the middle of that square for that finish. Gotta focus at the end of that.
Short, rebound to Williams. Portland, they want to push the pace. They don't want to let Washington get it set up in that half-court defense as Late goes right to the rim, plus the foul.
Well, it was a drag screen action at the top, right? And offense by Portland on that. They are exploiting the drop coverage not being and plugging that gap to attack.
Second foul on Iriafin, first foul on Washington here in the quarters. The Fire still bring that soft full court pressure. Amor speeding down the floor. Portland's defense, they have been voracious tonight.
Right there, Georgia Amor. And that's okay. I mean, sometimes things aren't going to be the way you like them, but you still have to keep going and organize the offense and get it back to the top and reset.
Booner from the top, around and out on the triple.
So you can't kill your triple either. Two things right there on the last two plays. And you can see Sydney Johnson in front of us a little exasperated because of it.
Short range, Onyenwere couldn't put it down, gets the ball. Iriafin going through Williams, her first points of the night.
But that's what happens when you take your time, and great things can happen if she continues to get those kinds of catches.
Booner, good defense here for Austin. That's going to be an offensive foul.
That was easy. Shakira Austin did a tremendous job there of walling up and disallowing.
Citron downhill, thrown away. Carlton passes it up to Booner. Good transition defense by the Mystics. Late, the pass to Williams, the easy lay-in.
Yeah, Onyenwere was too high on that side, trying for the drop-off deuce.
Back into Iriafin, just out of reach. Last touched by Washington. Well, Washington wanting to play some defense here on this possession. Late from 18, too strong.
But I like how Onyenwere defensive pressure was ever present. Williams did a good job of showing right there on Citron up top.
Iriafin to the rim, Iriafin, wall up through three.
She's a fighter.
Amor, three-pointer off the mark. Barker has the board.
And Iriafin just stays so hungry on the offensive boards. She's gonna be able to cash some of those down. I mean, she's fighting that hard. The team needs to get a couple of those extra buckets, but that's what happens with inexperienced teams.
They have 16 turnovers to 20 opponent points. They have to contain the pick-as-rolls as well, as Coach Sydney Johnson was stressing. Guys.
Thanks, Juliana. Short on the three, another in the league in turnovers. It's Austin going right downhill, but falls off the rim.
But I like the push ahead action by the Mystics, trying to get those high percentage opportunities in the open floor. And it's patience, number one, right? And it's patience, number one. And we saw that in the second half of their last game against the Tempo.
Between initiating the offense quickly enough and having that patience to have that ball security.
You have to be composed, but and I think right now they're playing into the hands of the Fire, literally. Just have to just make sure on their decisions with the basketball for sure.
Austin,
here's the big guard ability and the initiator getting it off the glass and bringing it up the floor. And I love that. Flora tapped her hand like, you got it. Come on down and get us set up.
Off-ball foul on Nadia Opach. Her second team foul.
Austin has that vision, right, at 6'6", to be able to make plays, and it's not just to get it down in, but she has vision to see over top of players for the Fire.
One of the things that makes her such a difficult matchup. Surveying, whipped up top, Onyenwere, deep three, too strong, McMahon the board.
Nice work there by McMahon to keep the possession alive yet again. Washington has done a good job of crashing the O-boards. Gotta get some buckets down.
Austin for three, another O-board, it's Iriafin.
Yep.
Into the body, just creating space.
Just a tough angle there for the finish.
Barker getting past the defense. Downhill, blocked. Oh, who else? That's a no-go zone.
Goodness. Oh my goodness. Now I love a block shot for sure, but that one.
Of the game. Pretty soon people are going to say blocks by Shakira Austin are a rite of passage as Booner. That three-pointer won't fall.
It could be, you know, she
just like BG has been for years.
And she was Sonia Citrons last year on that screen in the preseason.
Lauren Betts said the block by BG was her welcome to the W moment. Let's take another look. Man, Onyenwere tracks it down.
Horn set here, you can see Flora signaling for them to get structured.
Oh, tried to kick it back out to Austin, got caught underneath.
Got too deep.
Samuelson running the floor, lost the handle. Washington catching a break there, as that could have been disaster.
Samuelson, yeah, she lost the handle, but she also saw Kiki. She was side up.
Mention here the patter of feet. It reminds me of when my Frenchie tracks me down when he hears food. Same intent. McMahon, the step through offhand, draws the foul.
Nice energy by Cody McMahon yet again. I mean, that's exactly what she does for this Washington Mystics team.
One of the reasons why Sydney Johnson loves Cody McMahon in transition, that speed and that physical
game for her on average this year.
Rebound, Iriafin. Iriafin falling away.
There they go again with the Iverson, and then spread to the corner. High ball screen action by the Fire, trying to isolate inside.
Black, the runner goes.
That was just such a soft, but they spread the court out, put the three-point shooters in the corner, and that's how they're able to get those creases of space in the paint.
The double off to Iriafin. The ball movement, McMahon off balance short.
That pass several times, but I don't mind that mid-range opportunity.
Flora underneath the screen. Black makes her pay.
Can't do that, right? Get in a spinner. And then now you're a 49% shooter from three, so you definitely can't go underneath that action.
That's asking for some help. Iriafin, again on the low block, no call. Onyenwere tracks it down.
See if they can establish bets down in there on this slip. Two-player action here at the nail. There she goes. Yep.
Fourth founder, Betts lays it in.
There you go. There you go. So she was getting to the glass. And it really made her presence felt for sure for the Mystics.
No points for Sonia Citron in the third quarter. Only 2 points for Austin in the third. Those are the leaders coming out of the half. Austin turns the corner, Big Red, getting big.
It looked like she was trying to get to the second side and get a reverse on that one, but got stuck underneath the rim on that. Right, her offense is definitely an asset, but she brings
to ride with Engsler with 5 fouls. Nobody up at the scorer's table for her yet as Austin gets 1 of 2. By as many as 23 in the game right now, a 13-point deficit for the Mystics. Deep into the corner.
Good job there by Sonia Citron to recover there.
Area Finn walled up on Williams, wins the battle.
Well, you couldn't play better deep, but Williams was so deep into the paint.
Austin going to work.
Really excellent footwork and finishing by Austin.
Lay turns the corner.
Good recovery and contest by Austin.
Austin straight up, altered the shot, but Engsler goes right over top.
And she took a deep breath going up like, whew, that was some work to get that one up. You saw her cheeks blowing her on her face, sorry. Come out right.
Onyenwere, short range, no. And they have looked to push pace all evening long. Williams, blocked. Get out of here. Flores, oh, no call.
Yeah, you keep it moving. A bump and a bucket by Flores on that one. But defense down inside with another beat down of a block.
Engsler working on Uriafin. Nice defense by Kiki. Samuelson, three-pointer, and nailed it.
And they needed that. They felt Washington knocking on that door. Blocked with that play.
Citron trying to get activated here in the 4th quarter. Austin, the pull-up, mid-range, too strong.
And that one was an Ethan trying to empty out and get out of the way of Austin on that one. She should have emptied to the strong side instead.
Carlton walled off. Late floater.
There's Kiki trying to get established with her post position, trying to get that swim move, get that arm up in front.
Oh, just a little too much for Citron, who was open on the crossing route.
Not too much smoke on that one for Citron to handle.
That was the 1st of the 4th. Barker met. O'Black, pull up, no. Oh, Flores found on the rebound.
Well, Washington defensively did a better job on that Iverson action.
From the outside. They into Austin. Pushed, oh yeah. It's gonna go on O'Black.
On here.
Area Finn, the 3 glances off the rim.
I think it got deflected by
Engsler still on the floor playing with those 5 fouls.
And there's Onyenwere again coming off that and staying connected to the cut to the weak side off that Iverson screen.
O'Black, active hands taken away. Citron transition triple, too strong. Austin tried to save it. Oh, and now Portland on the move. Barker over to Engsler. And a foul.
Forward in the paint, 32 to 30. And with Washington averaging 42 points in there, it's well below their average in there. 4 of 14 on those second chance points. They're getting to the glass. Kind of finished.
Barker turns the corner, takes on 2 defenders. So she stepped on the baseline, and to your point about finishing, you know, Cindy Johnson has been very candid about this inexperienced team as they continue to go on. He said, you're gonna have nights where it just doesn't go, and then you see them learn and grow the next time.
And that's what it takes, right? The ascension. Step back as they continue to grow.
Onyenwere spotting up, corner 3, in and out. Austin there.
There you go. Especially an inexperienced team, but at the same time, you have opportunities that you have to crack open or presented to you.
Geisel Suter from the top of the key is off to the right, and a foul on the rebound. Angela Dugalich on the floor. Citron giving chase as a turnover. That was the #1 adjustment that Sarama wanted to see from that June 28th meeting. He said something similar to Johnson in terms of progress is not linear.
And I love that, because that's the way it's my motto.
Engsler underneath for 2 more.
You think it falls in, it's how you handle that adversity and continue to move forward. That's how you win.
Oh, Sony creating some space.
Nice screen there by Dugalich.
Tipped away. Prosper caught up, lost the handle.
Too many dribbles in, secure it, chin it, and get those elbows out. Find a teammate that relocates to space.
Oblak lays it off. Engsler with 3. Barker lets it fly. Dugalich stop and pop. That 3-pointer won't go down. Subs getting ready to check in for the Mystics. Rory Harmon and Lucy Olsen up off the bench.
Rory Harmon is such a crowd favorite here by the Mystics fans.
The 3-point shooting. Washington just hasn't been able to get enough defensive stops as Prosper high arcing 3 around and out. Citron commits the foul this time. The second time this season that Washington has squared off against Dallas as that 2-pointer rims out. McMahon on the move. McMahon splits the defense and reckless abandon from Cody McMahon. If you grew up on Space Jam, BNC and a photo op with your favorite Space Jam characters. Get yours now at mystics.WNBA.com.
My kids back in the day. So yeah,
I think I'm gonna have to go get refreshed on all the characters. As Harmon got hung up on the screen. Foul is against Booner, and you mentioned the learning. You know, we saw it there with Harmon. Alethea Flores was getting last-minute instruction. Olsen pulls the triple trigger around and out. Dugalich blocked.
well, I like
a whistle. Yep.
I like the intentionality there by Lucy Olsen. She scored 5 points in the last 2 games, respectively.
Make sure to tune in to Miss. Dugalich just defensive energy.
But that's what she said she wants to do, right? She said, I just want to come in and be a game changer with what I am able to do. She wants to be able to shoot the 3 ball a little bit better, and she said that to us after practices.
Oblak continues to fire at will. Prosper turns the corner, left and short. Dugalich battling.
Washington can not going to for overtime like the last time they were matched up, but have been firing 3s all game.
Winter the night for Portland above their season average, burning up the nets.
And that's the thing with Portland, right? They came out of the gates and they had a huge first quarter, and that kind of made their mark, right? Coach Sarama said he couldn't even watch the game film of this game in that first quarter, and that set the tone for this game for them on the road.
Harmon getting downhill for the lay-in, and the fans loving it. Handshakes have been exchanged. Portland comes in, they take the sequel, 75-56.
Well, they blistered the Nets from the outside. They had a strong start to this game. Washington just couldn't get to their bread and butter, which is in that painted area. And Washington averaged 42 in there, but couldn't get to what they wanted to on a consistent basis. So they have to learn from this one as they move forward for sure.